2. Okay, so today's the day that I review Nipsey Hussle's album, Victory Lap. This album has basically taken up the last week of my life, and I have loved every single second of it. He literally took me back to 2009 or 2010 when I first heard him burst onto the scene with his amazing charisma and similarities to Snoop Dogg, as many people have seen it. Now, he's definitely shown that he can take everyone back to that time because there's not another artist out there like him. Not on the West Coast, not on the East Coast. There is not another artist that's like Nipsey Hussle out here. And he's out rapping most of your favorite rappers. Just being honest. He really is. And every single song on here, you can't not listen to one song on here and not like it, because he has something for every single person that has any kind of taste. He went on to a song that mainly is being used by YG with the whole DJ Mustard whamp whamp synth stuff, and he made it way better. Granted, he took the one-dimensionality of YG and made it something amazing, which is what some artists should do. You need to escape your normalcy of the beats that you use on a regular basis, and then you need to break that fourth wall. You need to break beyond your normal barriers. You need to go beyond your comfort zone. And this is a perfect resemblance of that. Now, I don't really buy albums that often, but when an album captures my attention, and it captures my attention enough for me to listen to it again and again and again, it warrants the purchase. So, before I even go even further into this, it's worth the purchase. It just really is. It really, really deserves a purchase. This guy is all on his own, with the only kind of major help he's getting being from a distributor. That is it. Much like Tech 9 and Immortal Technique and any other underground hip-hop artist, he is showing himself to be independent and powerful. And that's exactly what he's doing. Now, one of the biggest things that I really enjoyed with this album is that he has a Kendrick feature. Not to say that Kendrick has the best verse on this album, but he gives Nipsey a lot of props. He really does. And he talks about the diversities of what you should address in the community, at least with it being that way over in California, and how important it is for people to invest in independent businesses, and how important it is to be involved in your community, and how important it is to be going beyond the cultural norm or the stereotypical norm. So Kendrick definitely addressed the things, and he tipped his hat to Nipsey, and I love that. Now, Kendrick definitely didn't deliver his best on here, but that's just my opinion. Now, as the album goes on, there are a whole bunch of people on here that you would really know. Anyone remember Puff Daddy? Apparently that's what he's being called again. So, there's a song on here, I'm not going to say the name of it because it has a word that I can't say, and it has Puff Daddy on it. And that song alone is enough to get you out of your chair and start doing the thing that you want to do. Whether it's going to college, whether it's signing up for that thing that you've wanted to do, that class you've wanted to sign up for, or go and talk to somebody about a possible business investment. He's got the motivation in that song just to get you going in general. Now, he has a song on here also called Hustle and Motivate, using the last part of his name. That song is one of the best on this album. The whole beat, the way that he attacks the song, he's literally a human snare. He acts as if he is the snare drum for this track, and he's just on the whole thing, and I love it. I love his flow. His flow is one that is not to be messed with. If there's another person out there that thinks that his flow is bad or crappy, please let me know, because I want you to at least comment and tell me who you think is better than this guy. Because there isn't a single person out here, like I said, that is touching him. Nobody. Nobody. He is that awesome. He can take you back in time. What artist can take you back in time? Not many people. There isn't a single song on here that is about women. I love it. This is the motivational album that we need. It's not motivational and then it has a song for the ladies or a song for a guy that's going after a lady. Nothing. This is gangster, it's motivational, and it's something that we need. It's something that we need. And I've addressed this before in my videos. that I posted on Facebook. But he is definitely another common key component that a lot of people look over when it comes to rap albums. We need someone that has that motivational capability to dig for something inside of ourselves that we never thought we would be able to tap into and bring it out of the ground as if it were crops and harvest them properly. That is what he's trying to do with this album. He's trying to make sure that everyone knows that you have that potential to do that thing that you want to do, regardless of what it is. And I love how this album progresses. It has no low notes at all. It literally goes and peaks at the very beginning and it stays there. It stays at that high note the whole time. It has you locked in the whole time. Very few artists can capture that kind of charisma, that kind of fire, and keep it going. He literally is on his victory lap. He's basically saying to everyone, thank you for what you've done for me, but this is one for me. Another big thing that I love about this album is that he has bonus tracks. Not many people have bonus tracks on their albums anymore. Tech Nine does it all the time, but it's mainly for deluxe edition purposes, and that's totally fine. You get that extra couple dollars in for the sale. You keep people interested in the album, and then you put those extra songs on there, or you put them as like pre-order songs, which happens a lot with a lot of strange music artists. But the extra songs on here are, I don't remember them at the moment, but the first one has Belly and Dom Kennedy, one of the most underrated underground rappers that has like a really well-known name. And then the other one is called Right Hand to God. That song is a perfect way to end the album. This is the motivational album that everyone needs. You honestly need to take the time that this album has and just set it aside and listen to it. You are missing something immensely detrimental to your motivation as a person. If you are a hip-hop fan, and you are an underground hip-hop fan, if you're a mainstream hip-hop fan, if you're, it doesn't matter. This is a motivational album that you can understand. If you can look at someone's viewpoint on how they were raised, on how they were growing up, and all the things that they dealt with, this is an album that you can understand from what's going on in their eyes. And that's pretty much it. This album, top to bottom, amazing. 10 out of 10. I don't even have a scale for these videos, but I have to give it a 10 out of 10. This is an amazing album. He does not stop. He's not one-dimensional. He's multifaceted. His flow is amazing. His lyrics are very well written, and he has an amazing point to get across that you can do whatever it is you set your mind to. Much like many artists have said before, but he's just doing it a little bit differently. So with that being said, my name is Ethan, otherwise known as Two-Face. This is episode 8 of my show Claws that was previously shown on Facebook. I'll be uploading a new video next week on an album that is to be determined. I will drop a video on Sunday letting you all know what that album is going to be. Until then, thank you everybody for watching. And for the people that share, like, and comment, thank you. If you feel like it, please subscribe. And that is all. Until next time. Peace.